Hi everyone, this is Julia Gallardo again, and this is in regards to the Casey Anthony case. And any doubt, I was not trying to implicate that Casey's innocent in any way. Yes, I did say that I found George's demeanor to be rather questionable. His demeanor on the opening statement and how he remained so calm and you know I would have just flipped out. However, somebody commented to me, and I'm glad that they did, that 6 weeks before the trial, that the Anthony's lawyer, their actual lawyers, had made in a public statement, whatever you hear, um just that George and the grandmother had nothing to do with this. And I'm going to tell you one thing. What's really going to hurt the defense? It's the jail tapes between Casey and her father, George Anthony. As it goes on to say, she tells her father on August 3rd, 2008, all I want is Kayllee home, and I want to be there when she comes home. And she's saying this to the father, but yet she's over here saying this to her psychiatrist, that the father found her daughter deceased in the pool, and that he was yelling at her, your mom will never forgive you for this. But while she's sitting there speaking to her father through the jail tapes, that if they do show that, that's really just gonna kill the whole defense's story. Listen to this. It's all I want is Kayllee home, and I want to be there when she comes home. And when you and listen to this, what the father tells the daughter: when you get out and Kayllee is with us, we are gonna be more proactive against missing children, which that goes to show that George has no idea or whereabouts where his granddaughter is at this moment in time on August 3rd, 2008, and he's hopeful that this is true. This big story about this Danny, that she came and supposedly came and kidnapped her daughter. Let me tell you something. I mean, after I overlooked this case, really, really good, as the readers told, as the people that replied to my last video clip told me, you know what, why don't you just look at this in kind of like a third form dimension and think outside the box? You know what happened here? This is what I think that happened here. I think that Casey Anthony murdered her daughter. I'm sorry. And I really feel that she had postpartum depression, and I really feel that she wanted to get rid of her daughter because she had she was a young mom, and she just wasn't ready for motherhood. And I truly believe that she did not love her daughter at all. Whether a baby, if that is true about the babysitter, which I doubt it very much, because she was sitting there searching for what? For chloroform, for a shovel, for breaking the neck. I mean, prior to her daughter's disappearance, she actually went out her way, and she was searching this in the computer. She was trying to get rid of her daughter because she wanted to live that free life and all. And this is gonna really, really help the prosecution very much, the jail tapes, because the father's like pleading with her. He's like, listen, whatever you can do to help us. And she's like, Dad, I've done everything that I can. And he even mentions to her in part of the tape, I don't know if it's part 1 or 2 or 3, one of those. He's like, you know what? They even put out a tape that where she's singing the SpongeBob SquarePants, and you see Casey Anthony weeping. She's not weeping because of the loss of her daughter. She's weeping because she knows that, that the father's gonna be crushed when he finds out that sooner or later they're gonna find the body. How did she kill her daughter? I don't know how she killed her daughter. Only she knows how she killed her daughter. And I feel like that she didn't act alone in this either. I really do believe that she did not act alone in this. Maybe one of her boyfriends has something to do with this. She wanted her freedom. You know what? I mean, after your daughter is missing supposedly with a zanny, with a nanny, you're gonna go out there partying and go to Fusion and enter this contest for a hot body, and you're gonna sit there and continuously lie to your parents that your car broke down, but it was actually towed, and all this barbaric lies. She's a narcissist. She had no human regards for her daughter. She didn't love her daughter, and she just wanted. She felt like her daughter was a burden, and she wanted her daughter to go away. She wanted her daughter to go away, and she made her daughter go away, and she thought she was gonna get away with it, and she didn't get away with it. Why? Because God, God does everything for a reason. I'm telling you. They spotted her at Kohl's, they spotted her at Lowe's, they spotted her at Fusion. Um, are you freaking kidding me? And all this time that she was gone, she was out there partying. And then when she's in jail, I mean, she's literally telling her father, we're gonna find her. Let's pray. We're gonna find her. I'm doing the best that I can, and all I want is Kayllee to come home. So, Casey, if your father really found your daughter, his granddaughter, in the pool deceased, then why are you reassuring him that that they're gonna find your daughter? I mean, that's very incriminating evidence against you. So the prosecution must and will show those videotapes, because right then and there it just proves to show that the grandfather had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with his granddaughter's disappearance or the hiding of the body. Did he molest Casey? Maybe he did. You never know. Maybe he did, and maybe that is why she turned out to be a pathological liar. But one thing don't gotta do with the other thing, okay? Because it's if you're a mother and your daughter is missing for a month or 2 or 3 months, is this the way how you're gonna behave? Go out there partying if you really love your child? Where's the maternal instinct there? She had postpartum depression, and she had no no type of human regards to her daughter, and it's just one big lie after another. I was puzzled by George Anthony's demeanor, and while they was doing the opening statements. But again, I had no idea that 6 weeks before this, they had made a public statement that he had nothing to do with it. So he was already prepared for it, and I guess he just wants justice for Kayllee, but at the same time, I guess he doesn't want, it's hard, he has his daughter in jail, and let me tell you something. Cindy just looks like she just can't take it anymore. It's just, did you see the bags under her eyes? It's just she can't take it anymore. And now she's realizing that her daughter is a murderer, and it's killing them. It's wrenching their heart. It's ripping them apart. This family will never be the same again. It will never be the same again. This family is torn apart forever because of someone's selfishness, because she wanted to live that free life, you know. And she's a pathological liar, sitting there, wow, since her daughter was born, and putting on a universal uniform on and pretending like she's gonna go out to work, and the whole entire time she was out there gallivanting, and then soon after June 16, when nobody could find Kayllee, she's like sleeping over her boyfriend's house. She's going to clubs, and she's continuously lying to both her parents. Her parents had nothing to do with this. What I meant was, in the last tape, was that the way how he reacted was either that it was true, or the allegations that the defense team was saying, or that they're just going along with it just to spare their daughter's life. But I must tell you that I really do believe that she killed her daughter. And I don't think that she killed her daughter accidentally. No. She definitely did not kill her daughter accidentally. She did it purposely. She wanted to get rid of her daughter. She did not love her daughter at all. I'm telling you, I know you must be a mother right now saying, no, 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 she must have loved her daughter. No, no, she did not love her daughter. Her daughter was a burden to her. I can reassure you this, you know? All of a sudden, after her daughter, goes missing, she's partying up a storm. And she's like, she led the cops to this big, big, like, goose chase, that it was just one lie after the other. And this is what you call pathological liar. She's actually believing in her own lies. You know what I mean? Does Casey Anthony have mental issues? Absolutely. She has, like, she's a narcissist. She has no regards for another human life. She really did not love her daughter. You know, I know that she killed her daughter. Every time that her father George Anthony kept mentioning, heart wrenching little memories of her daughter, she was weeping and crying. Don't think for one second that she was weeping and crying though because she misses her daughter. She's weeping and crying because she loves her father. And she sees that her father has this little flicker of hope that the granddaughter's gonna return someday, and she knows that, the little girl is buried up somewhere with duct tape in her mouth. And in her mind she's like, damn, dad, you know what, I fucking screwed up. I killed her, and here you are, just with the wishful thinking that she's gonna come back. That's why she was crying in the jail tapes. If you sit there and take a look back at the jail tapes on August 3rd of 2008, it's like 3 or 4 different tapes there. It's just very clear to me that the father had nothing to do with this. And every time that he kept reassuring her that Kayllee was gonna be found, or mention a certain song, or something cute, about the granddaughter, and she could see the tears in her father's eyes. She wept, not because she loved her daughter, because she loves her father. Hmm? Why did she kill her daughter? Was it because she was jealous that her daughter was getting more attention than her? Hmm? She's sitting there lying, pretending like she's working every day, and she's not really working, and she's putting on this facade, you know, this persona, to her family and friends, as if she's like this great mom, and in reality she's looking at her daughter as this big burden that she has to get rid of. That's something really horrible. But she just didn't love her daughter, and she had to get rid of her daughter, and she did. She got rid of her daughter, and she thought that she was gonna get away with it. And right now she's in court, and she's just like freaking out. Did her father molest her? Maybe he did molest her. Maybe she's like, she's just shaking her head because daddy did molest me, whatever the case may be. Are there cases that you get molested, and you still sustain the same this loving relationship with your father? Absolutely. you know it's very traumatic, or whatever. Whatever the case may be, has nothing to do with the case that she killed her daughter. And I strongly believe that she did kill her daughter. And the jail tapes is what's going to set George free from looking like this monster right now, how they're making him out to be, because he's sitting there trying to figure out ways how he could sit there and find his granddaughter. And Casey's just like a pathological liar going along with it. And every single time that he seems so heartbroken, she's weeping. And again, she's not weeping because she regrets killing her daughter. She's weeping because she knows that her daughter's never coming back, and this is just a reality that will never be for her parents. She knows that she destroyed her family's life, and she destroyed her own life. You know, I don't think she has any remorse on on the fact that she killed her daughter. And let me know your comments and your insight on this. And the dislikes that I got, I accept them. Yes, I do, because I should have sat there and clearly looked at these jail tapes, and clearly looked at and let me tell you something. The defense team did a wonderful job, really. You know,